Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Bread. I'm Tati.
And I'm Monsignor Jamie.
And today we're going to be checking out the best restaurants around St. Peter's Church here in the Financial District. We'll learn more about St. Peter himself and about the history of this church, and there's a lot, right?
Oh, there's so much. This is a very historical place. This church is one of the first parishes in all of New York. And what makes it very special, it's only a block away from Ground Zero.
And I bet you've got even more stories to tell me about that.
I have a lot to tell you.
All right, well, we've got a lot to cover, so let's get started.
Let's go.
Okay, Monsignor, now we've got a little something different this time.
What's that?
A restaurant inside of a hotel.
Oh,
what do
okay.
you think?
This is a small hotel, though.
Yeah, and I hear the restaurant is really small too, but it's quickly making a name for itself.
Let's try it.
So not only is this the first time we've been in a restaurant inside of a hotel, this is the first time we've been in a space like this. So I want to introduce you guys to the chef owner here at Metaphor, Jahanga. And thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I have a little tidbit I know about you guys. You both went to the CIA.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Very, very cool.
Yes.
Now, what are you going to teach us how to make today?
All right, so today we're going to make a pizza, which we are actually using a little bit something different, which is using a puff pastry dough instead of a regular dough. My background is pastry, and therefore I just want to incorporate a little of all that into what I cook.
Okay, so I have a feeling as we continue in this process and learn more about you, you kind of take a little bit of everything from everywhere and create your own creations.
Exactly. I think you have to bring in what your upbringing is, what you have done in the past, your influences, and I think that speaks of that person more than anything else.
Sure.
And so we have some puff pastry. If you would like, you could just thrash it in there into the oven, and we just it will take about a good 10-12 minutes to bake. We turn it around. We have one kept ready for you, so you can almost see what it looks like. This is the end product. A nice little goldenish color is what you're looking at. So, and then what we are doing is we have taken some nice crab meat, lump crab meat, mixed it in with a little mayo, chives, just nice fresh chives which you get in the market. Spread it around. Okay, we are taking some portobello mushrooms now, and they are nice and hearty. It builds up greatly.
And they don't burn as quickly as the other mushrooms.
You are absolutely right.
And they're very, like you said, they're hearty. I mean, you'll often see a portobello mushroom burger in place of meat.
Exactly.
So it's very hearty and very filling.
Exactly. And we are taking a little sage, breaking it up on top for a little more crunch to this dish, and also giving it a little bit of that earthy flavor to it. Of course, if you are very greedy, you can just take the whole thing and put it in your mouth, or you could just cut
Have
it.
we met before? Have we met before?
We like to share.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why we call it breaking bread, don't
Yes.
we? So we have it nicely cut, laid it down, so,
Lovely.
and you can bite away.
We will. You know what? I know you're going to make us a couple of more things.
Yes, I am.
Since clearly someone told you that I'm greedy. So we're going to sit down and we're going to wait for you so we can talk more about the fabulous cuisine you make
Okay,
here. Is that
sounds
okay?
lovely.
Lovely.
Thank you so much indeed.
That looks so good.
Thank you.
So we've got a small plate spread here. Now, I wasn't expecting steak tartare, and I'm a little excited, I have to be honest. So I'm going to go straight for that. So are a lot of your dishes, though, little tidbits like
On
this?
an average, most of our food is a little bit, so you can share everything.
Almost.
It just comes out together a little bit after a time, so you can just grab a little here and there. So
Almost like a tapas, right?
pretty much. Like, I mean, even if you were 6 people, we'd have just cut this pizza into 6. You know,
Sure.
Right,
we would
right.
make those little changes here and there.
Yeah.
So
What's
we can
fun
do
about that always is like, oh, that's really good. Let's have another one of these. You're not stuck with like a huge portion of something that you're not crazy
That's
about.
true.
It's a very interesting combination of things. I mean, I've had steak tartare, but never with guacamole.
Guacamole.
So there has to
Sorbet.
be a first time. I've never met a chef who became a priest. So, so I
Very
guess we
good.
have, there's always a first.
Very good.
Awesome. I love this place. You guys have to come and check it out. To see their complete menu, go to our website, netny.net/breakingbread, and we're gonna continue to break bread. Good thing you know I was
And
greedy
break
before I got
pizza.
here. I know.
Thank you again.
Wow.
Here we are at St. Peter's. So what do you think, Tati?
This place is beautiful, even more beautiful than you said. But
Wow.
what's really hard for me to believe is that this church is just 1 block away from Ground Zero.
That's right. And it's a little prophetic also that it's named after St. Peter. You know, as you know, St. Peter was the first pope, the one that Jesus said that he would build his church upon, and to rebuild his church after, you know, he ascended and after his
Right.
crucifixion and resurrection. They were nervous. They didn't know what to expect.
Exactly.
And, you know, after on 9/11, on September 11, 2001, this was the first place where people came to kind of seek
Yeah.
refuge and to kind of rebuild themselves, to try to comprehend what was going on.
Who could imagine? I mean, all that chaos, all I did was watch it on TV, but where else would you run if you were in that situation? But like, where's the nearest church? Get me out of here.
Right. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's amazing. It's a beautiful church. Beautiful church.
Yes, indeed it is. I see how the two will go together. Peter was there to rebuild at a time when they were all freaked out. I mean, I
Right.
couldn't imagine
Right.
how intense the emotion was.
Right.
Like, okay, Jesus is gone, you
know.
know? And like the anxiety in this place was there to ease the anxiety of all the people in this neighborhood.
And I have to say, I was here on that day,
Yeah.
and I felt that anxiety that you were talking about, and it just people didn't know what to do, and
Right.
they came to pray.
You came here too,
Yes.
didn't you, Monty?
In fact, I came here on that day, and it was we walked down to Ground Zero. It was after the 2 towers came down,
Wow.
and we walked over here, and we saw the church, and we came in, and we walked in here to say a prayer, and right on the altar, right there, well, in front of the altar, was Father Judge. He was the chaplain, as I said, and his body, and the church was filled with people just praying.
Wow.
I tell you, it was so quiet because people didn't know what to say. All they were praying privately
Right,
because they just needed that inner strength.
right.
Beautiful. It was a beautiful experience to see people at that point, you know. So here we
Beautiful to
are.
see them turn to their faith.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, at times like that, that's all you have.
Yes.
Indeed.
It's a hard memory to
I
remember.
can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, this church is so beautiful, and it truly is an oasis. I can see why people would be running here in a time
Yes.
of tragedy.
And I tell you, it's 10 years since then, and they renovated, and it's beautiful. Really
more beautiful than before.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Yeah. Well, after break, we're going to go pop over and visit Father Kevin and have a little coffee, cake, and conversation with him.
Let's go.
We're going to just use our pizza peel.
So let me practice. Ah! I cracked it. Good enough?
Well, Tati, here we are in the famous Battery Park. Great place,
Beautiful.
right?
Absolutely beautiful.
Look, right across from the Statue of Liberty,
A great view.
right? And in fact, right across from the shrine of St. Elizabeth Ann Seton.
That's right, and she's the first American saint, and she was converted at St. Peter's.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And this is the restaurant that Father Kevin was speaking about, Battery Gardens.
Right, the one that people get married at St. Peter's and come here to have their reception.
Exactly. Great place to have a wedding after, have a great
Reception
time.
after your wedding, right?
Exactly.
And it's beautiful. What more could you want?
Great food, too.
Let's check it out. All right, everyone, so we're straight to the kitchen of the Battery Gardens restaurant, and we're here with Executive Chef Ari. But he told us just call him Chef, so we'll just call you Chef.
Everybody calls me.
You call me priest, call you chef.
There you go. So today we're gonna make trout.
Yes.
Describe the trout to me. What do you guys call
Okay.
it?
We're going to be cooking freshwater trout. We're going to roast it on open fire with some ratatouille vegetables, lots of fresh herbs, olive oil, all good, healthy, very
Great.
good food to eat.
Awesome.
Now you said open fire. This is a
Yeah.
wood burning stove?
This is a wood burning pizza oven, but it is good for everything. Not
Okay.
just for breads and pizza, it's good for roasting meats and fish, and everything gets a wonderful smoky aroma as you cook them in there. So now, first we're going to, my fish, what I do is I open up, take out the backbone, and I remove all of the pin bones, so it's very easy to eat
Right.
at the table. We're gonna season with fresh ground pepper, salted inside out, and we're going to brush it with some marinade. This is all pureed garlic, shallots, I'm Scandinavian, lots of dill, parsley, and a little bit of thyme, very finely pureed so it kind of melts into the fish.
So now you would leave the skin on this because
Skin,
it's going to
and
burn.
that's gonna be
and
the best
cook
part.
that way.
That's going to
Nice
be
and crispy.
crispy and a little smoky,
Right.
and it's just going to be so much fun to eat.
Especially with that fabulous oven, you're gonna get a great effect on that. It's gonna be delicious.
And fish like this cooks fairly fast, so the herbs aren't going to burn while we're cooking. A little bit of olive oil on the bottom, and this is a great part. This lemon is going to cook under the fish,
Oh, under.
and
Wow.
it's going to be so delicious to eat.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Eat right
That's,
after.
So you get the flavor, but yet it doesn't stick or burn.
No,
So
it-
and the heat goes underneath and all through.
Yeah, so we're gonna just place. We're just gonna add a little more, and I put some fresh thyme in on the bottom as well.
Nice.
So now we're gonna put the backside of the fish closest to the fire, and we're gonna set it pretty much in the middle. It's gonna be at the most intense heat.
All right, so the fish has been in there for a little while, so let's take a look and see how it's doing.
Let's have a look. We can hear the sizzle.
Yes,
It's changing in sound a little bit. It's not as rapid anymore. It's
At
gotten
first
a
it
little
was like
lazier.
sizzle, 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 and it kind of went down a little.
Slows down.
Wow, look at the vegetable.
And they are ready. We want to leave them a little bite left in
Right.
them. So we don't
Because
want to
they were raw. They weren't blanched or cooked in any way.
They're raw. We just put olive
Right.
oil and sea salt and herbs on them. Yeah, look at that. I don't want to drop the fish, but look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. If you can get your nose under there, doesn't that just smell wonderful? So we'll set up our vegetable. We'll just alternate them in any fashion you like.
So really, I mean, if we wanted to prepare this at home in the summertime on a barbecue, we can put this right on the barbecue, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you close your lid and get it preheated, and I think you can get up to like 6 and change
Right.
in temperature, and then quickly open the lid, you're good to go.
Yeah.
And resist the temptation to peek.
Because that lets the heat out. I
You
know.
let the heat stay there. I know everybody wants to look and
That's
see.
that's my biggest problem. I'm always peeking.
How is it doing? Few leaves of baby arugula to give them a little peppery bite.
Look at that.
And then we'll just finish the dish with a little extra virgin olive oil. And happy and healthy eating. Bon appetit.
Thank you so
Wow.
much. Can't wait to go try this.
That looks great. Thank you,
Enjoy it.
Harry.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Chef.
Miss Senior. Thank you, Tari.
All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's time to taste what Chef Ari made for us. But first, let me introduce you to Alex, the director of catering here at Battery Gardens. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us here today.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to have you and very happy to be here.
Now, there's no way to thank you for bringing us here, letting us be here today, without commenting on this view. It is spectacular.
It is a beautiful view. It's a beautiful waterside facility. We're situated in Battery Park, literally on the water, on the harbor, surrounded by gardens and trees, perfect views of the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island.
Absolutely.
The view is absolutely spectacular. Our customers love it and appreciate it. Beyond the view, we have the right chef, we have the right staff, the right team to deliver a great product and a great service to our guests.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great place. And
Speaking of, listen, you guys know I don't like to wait too long.
now
for
Ari
this.
did a great job, and it smelled good. And let's try tasting a
It
little of
looks
this.
beautiful, and I mean, he's definitely put quite a spread out here. Crab cakes, seafood bisque, warm goat cheese salad, a little octopus salad. But I gotta go for this first.
The trout, the freshwater trout looks. Wow, you could taste.
Yeah, after a couple of bites, purity, freshness and delicious. This is so good.
It's so fresh and moist as well.
Delicious food, beautiful setting. You guys gotta come check this place out when you're in Battery Park. To learn more, go to our website and we'll be back right after this. So here we are in the rectory of St. Peter's with Father Kevin. Thank you for letting us pop in on you.
My pleasure. Welcome.
Thank you, Father. I was telling Tati how historical this parish is. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, this is the oldest Catholic parish in New York State. It was established in 1785.
Wow.
A small wooden building with only 20 parishioners were the core group that started. And now the church we have now is the second church on the site. It was built in 1840.
Wow.
Yeah.
And a lot of famous people I hear
Well, we have
here.
quite a catalog of Catholic heroes, to put it that way. Elizabeth Ann Seton, who became a Roman Catholic in St. Peter. She was
First American saint.
First American-born canonized saint. And Pierre Toussaint, who came as a slave from Haiti, won his freedom here and became known for his acts of charity. He established an orphanage for children. So he's up for canonization too. Yeah.
Now I understand there's a strong connection with Brooklyn also.
Yes, a number of the local churches in the metropolitan area were sort of launched or founded from St. Peter's. In fact, St. James in Pro Cathedral in Brooklyn was established here from St. Peter's.
That's our cathedral in Brooklyn and
Yeah.
the first church on Long Island.
Oh, well, okay.
Wow.
It's the country, yeah.
And all the people passing here every day, thousands and millions of people that pass here, probably don't know much about the history here.
They probably don't.
Probably not, yeah.
Yeah, the building is really unassuming. You
Right.
walk by, and like you said, it kind of looks like a bank.
Yeah. Well, it was built in 1840 at a time with a lot of anti-Catholic sentiment in the area. So it was built in the sort of the neoclassical style to
Right.
show, as made the federal buildings at the same time, so to show that you could be a Catholic and be a loyal American at the same time. Yeah.
And of course, it became famous. Everyone knew about St. Peter's on September 11, 2001, and being a block away from Ground Zero, it was a place where people came.
People came the day of. It just was a
Right.
place of sanctuary, and also during the course of the day, they brought many of the bodies of those who were killed before they could be moved in the ambulances.
Right.
And then the church was open for the next 2 months, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as just kind of a sanctuary for people to come and pray, or to just get a break, or even just to sleep.
So it's really a remarkable place, a place that really served a tremendous purpose on that day.
And now, ever since then, there's kind of a renaissance here in Lower Manhattan too, with a lot of the commercial buildings being transformed into residences. And so we have a lot of people moving into this area here. And
A lot of families,
a lot of young
people.
families,
That's
with
nice.
a lot of firstborn just starting out, a lot of single people. So again, there was a horrible day, that September 11th, but we're sort of trying to come back from it now.
So you must be very busy during the week with all the working
I can
people, and then on the
imagine.
weekends with all the new families and
No, yeah,
children.
it's very much different when I first came here before in 1999. But it's a lot of vitality, a lot of people getting involved, and so the future looks very optimistic. Yeah,
Father Kevin, thank you so much for letting us come by and having a little coffee, cake, and
and
conversation.
it's my pleasure. Next time you're in the neighborhood, come by again.
Yeah, definitely will. And now we know so much about this parish. I'm looking forward to sharing it with other people too. How about you, Monsignor?
Oh, I am too. Every time I pass it, I'll tell people all I know.
Yeah, thanks again, Father Kevin.
Thank you. Well, Tati, I think that's it for me for today.
You sure?
I have to get back to the parish. I have to go visit the kids in the school.
Oh, okay. So, want me to bring you something back?
Oh, please.
All right, something sweet from
Okay.
me. So now we're at Sazon, which has authentic Puerto Rican food. Now we have officially never covered this on our show, so let's go inside and see what it's all about. So welcome to the kitchen of Sazon, you guys. And this is Frank, the chef here. And we're gonna make a skirt steak sandwich, right? What's it called again?
The jibarito.
Jibarito.
El jibarito.
El jibarito.
Yeah, this is a sandwich with churrasco, the skirt steak, but I use plantain instead of the bread.
So it's like the bread of the sandwich is the plantain.
Yeah.
That sounds so good to me. That sounds so
Very
good.
tasty.
So now you're gonna teach me a technique, which I'm really
Yeah.
excited
I
about.
show you the technique for fill the plantain. I made the incisions and I put in warm water.
Okay. And then in the warm water.
Help me. It's very easy.
Okay, let's do
You
it.
know?
Let me see, like this.
With this. It's very easy.
It is very easy.
And look
Because
at
it's
this.
tough otherwise. It's like stuck on there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sometimes you get some of it off and you're scraping it, so this is good.
It's good, huh? Now we are going to cut the plantain like this in half. Okay?
Got it.
And I put in the fryer on 300 degrees. In the meantime, we are going to cook my skirt steak. I will marinate the skirt steak with the garlic, lemon juice, sour orange, parsley, cilantro. Because the cilantro is a signature flavor of Puerto Rico, and culantro as well. And kosher salt and fresh pepper.
Okay. So on the grill. we
Okay.
got-
Sound, here's the
I
sound.
love
huh?
it. I love
Good.
it. So now our
Okay.
plantains are ready, right?
Okay, now it's ready.
Perfect.
You look the color. It's a little
Golden brown. Perfect
golden brown. And now we're going to mash.
And you're doing it gently so it doesn't break, I can tell.
Yeah.
You don't want to like go too hard.
Yes. But it's important the temperature. The oil.
Mm-hmm.
The temperature is 300 to the first cook. Then when you fry the second time, 350. Well, do it.
Okay.
Good job. Yeah. The food of Puerto Rico, I love the color, the texture. In the meantime, I cut my steak like this, okay, in the pieces.
They cut the skirt steak. Thank you so much. I don't have pieces of beef hanging out of my mouth when I eat.
Okay, my plantain is ready. Looks the color. The texture is crispy. I put my first piece here. Then I put the meat over the plantain. No, it's crispy, no? Fluffy.
Fluffy and crispy.
Yeah. Okay, put the meat.
Just kidding. And that's perfect. Look at that. It fits
Huh?
perfectly on
It's
there.
perfect. And I put the onions over the
The
meat.
meat.
I put the tomato. Would you like the cheese?
Yeah, I like cheese.
I got cheese for you, but I put the avocado, guacamole.
You do. You've got like purple and red and brown and
Nice,
green.
huh? And I got cheese for you.
And little queso.
This is a Puerto Rican cheese, white former cheese.
Okay.
And I put the lettuce. And please, finish.
I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna finish this sandwich. Be ready.
Oh. And I cut in 2 pieces. It's
Got
perfect.
layers going on. My meat is medium.
And this is the jibarito.
Jibarito. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
I'll come back and tell you how it is. There won't be anything left, though.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Would you guys take a look at this spread? This is amazing. I thought I was just gonna have a sandwich, but this is the owner, J.R. Morales, and he kind of hooked me up, to say the least.
I wanted you to have a little bit of everything, a little sample of everything.
Yeah, little. But thank you so much for having us. And I made this with Frank.
I see.
And I have to go for it.
Let me know what you think.
The suspense is killing me, but we got a lot going on here. We've got some empanadas and what else?
We got roast pork, which is one of our signature dishes, which comes with yellow rice and chickpeas and sweet plantains. And then here we have a suritos, which is very known in Puerto Rico, which is cornmeal with cheese stuffed inside and a codfish sauce. And of course, no dinner is complete without dessert. So we have our famous bread pudding, our rice pudding, we have a strawberry cheesecake, and our very famous flan.
This is so good.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
The texture of the plantains on the outside takes this to another level. No bread.
No bread.
No bread could justify this. No bread could do this or make this taste this way. This is really, really good. And really, it's simple.
It is very simple to make. All you have to do is have the right ingredients, and it comes together very well.
This is spectacular.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
How long have you guys been here?
We're going to be 2 years in May, and we're doing very well. I wanted to try to bring something down to Tribeca, a nice, authentic Puerto Rican cuisine, and I figured this was the right place to do it.
And everything here is authentic Puerto Rican dishes, right?
Yes, it is. Everything here is
Like
made from
the-
scratch.
Everything. So the roast pork, this is classic how they would make it in Puerto Rico.
Absolutely. This is what we do. We season it, let it marinate in the banana leaf for about 8 hours.
Wow.
And then we slow cook it in the oven so that it comes out crispy on the outside and nice and tender on the inside.
Yeah, I see all kind of crispiness going on
Yes,
here and
that's-
juices flowing
That's called
all
the
over the
cuero,
place.
which is the skin, the cuero.
Okay, this looks awesome. You guys have to come here to learn more about Sazon. Go to our website, netny.net/breakingbread. And I'm gonna keep eating, of course.
I hope so.
Yeah,
You got
thank
a lot
you
of
so
food. I
much.
hope you have a lot of room, because don't forget
All
we have
kinds
dessert.
of, you have no idea. Well, as you guys can see, I decided to end this episode right back here at St. Peter's Church. It's so beautiful, and I just wanted to enjoy it a little bit more before we left. We'd like to thank Father Kevin for taking time out of his busy schedule to have coffee, cake, and conversation with us, and of course, to learn more about the life of St. Peter himself. So I hope you guys got some great cooking tips from the restaurants that we visited today, and whenever you're in this neighborhood, you gotta stop by this church and get a little bit of this history. Well, that's all for now. Make sure you go to our website, netny.net/breakingbread, and see you again next time.